Hey guys, PGA Tour Coach Randy Joyner here with this week's Truth About the Lies. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about some misconceptions in this game. Now, we came up with this name, Truth About the Lies. It's not just the lie of the ball, but there are a lot of lies and instruction that I think you guys have been told that are not necessarily the case. And we want to help you shoot lower scores by debunking some of these myths.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drill, be fine.
Today we're going to talk about a very important one. If you want to hit the ball straighter, you want to keep it on line more often and not hit it in the trees or in somebody's living room, then this tip's for you. So let's get started. We're going to talk about swing playing. We're going to debunk one of the greatest myths in golf instruction. All right, so here we are. We've got an alignment rod set up behind the ball, an alignment rod set up in front of the ball. We're going to talk about swing playing today. Now, oddly enough, there may be some of you out there that have heard that swing playing's not even a thing anymore. A lot of this technology in the game, some of these guys are talking about it's not even, you don't even need to think about it. Well, that's just BS, because you do need to think about it. All great players have a golf club either pointing at their target line or parallel to it throughout their golf swing. That's what creates great ball strikers, and it's something that you can work on, and it's really simple. So what I want you to think about, when you set the club down and you're set up to the ball as if you're going to hit it, you're touching your target line. So the club is on plane now, okay? Think of this as a pitched roof. It's the angle of this shaft is what your swing plane is. Now here's how simple this is. As my right arm starts to hinge and take this club away, if I had a laser coming out of the hosel of the club, that laser would point at that target line. So it's pointing at the line as I go back. As my hands and the club shaft get about parallel, it's parallel to that target line. Now as my right arm continues to fold, now the grip end, if it had a laser pointing out of it, it would point at that line. And if I go far enough, it's going to be parallel again for a second time. So once you're at the top, if that club gets parallel, but once you're at the top, the grip end of this club is going to be pointing at that line as you start down again. So it's pointing at the line, it gets parallel. I go into impact. Now this end starts to trace that line again. Through impact, which by the way, I know the ball's gone, but it's extremely important. This thing's a circle. Now from there, it's tracing that line, tracing the line. Now it's parallel again. And then this left arm folds. Now the grip end's gonna point, and now you're at your finish. That's what makes a golf swing look like a circle. So you've got to complete the circle for the ball to fly straight. 9th grade geometry. So now when you go through here, the hosel is still pointing at that line. Now it's parallel again. And now as my left arm starts to fold, now the grip end points back at that line. Now it's parallel again, and then the head would actually point back at that line. That's what creates what looks like a circle. So what you're doing in golf, to make this really simple, you're thinking straight lines, but you're creating a circle. So what you want to practice is you're just feeling that your club is either parallel or pointing at that line. So when you hit a shot, it'll look something like this. And that ball's dead straight in line because the club stayed parallel or pointing at the line the entire time. That's something you can work on with little short shots. You can work on it with longer shots. But the club is either parallel or pointing at the line. If you do that, you're going to hit long, straight golf shots. Your scores are going to go down. We'll catch you on the next Truth About the Lies. Don't forget to like and subscribe.